Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be making this Pinafore uniform for a 4 to 5-year-old girl with knife pleats. So we're going to start with the upper bodice when making this, and these are the measurements we're going to use. So my paper is on fold, as you can see, and we're going to start with putting in our shoulder measurement. So our shoulder was 10 divided by 2, which is 5 inches, which I'm going to mark here. The shoulder line here will be our starting line. Then for the shoulder slope, I went down by 0.5 inch and just connected this line up there for our shoulder slant. Then for the width of the shoulder, you're going to go in from the end of the shoulder line by 1.5 inch. This will make a neckline of 3.5 inch. Then I'll put in my neck depth measurement. So I've put in my front neck depth, which is going to be 4.5, and my back neckline, which will be neck depth, which will be 3 inches. Then I'm going to just connect this. Then you can go ahead and curve these lines. So this increased neck depth will help the head of the child to fit in, since there is no zipper allowance here. Then you can go ahead and put in your half length, and I'm adding 1 inch at the bottom. You will see the use of this 1 inch is not sewing allowance, by the way. Then just drop down this line here. After this, I'm going to just go in by 1 inch at the waistline and slant the line here like that. Then we can go ahead and cut this out. So do make sure you cut the back neckline first. Don't cut out the front neckline. So this fabric is already on fold. Then I'll make another fold here, making a total of 4 pieces. So 2 will be for the front and 2 will be for the back. So pin this down. Then add an allowance of 0.5 inch around this pattern. Okay. Then you can go ahead and cut this out. So after cutting this, the 2 back pieces can be removed for us to concentrate on the front piece now. So I'll get my paper and just cut out the front neckline. Okay, so the only thing that will be different with the front piece will be the neckline. So add 0.5 sewing allowance to the neckline of the front and cut this out. Okay, so the front will be deeper than the back. So we're going to take this to the sewing machine, and we're just going to put right sides facing each other. Then we're going to stitch at the sides and at the neckline for both pieces. So I have stitched my fabric, and you're just going to put some snips at the neckline since it's curved, so that it does lay flat when you turn it to the right side. So these are the snips I've put. I went ahead to turn it to the right side and I've ironed it, and as you can see, it looks neat. So the next thing that's going to come up is joining of the shoulders. So turn one side to the wrong side and one side to the right side. Okay, so get into the part which is turned to the right side. Then go to the shoulder of the piece that's turning to the wrong side and just pull that out. Okay, pull them out together like this. This kind of joining will give you a neat finish at the shoulder. Then you can go ahead and stitch this down so that you achieve this. And you can repeat this to the other side. Okay, so the pattern that's in the right side, you go in, then grab the pattern which is facing the wrong side and just pull that outside like this. When you do this, you achieve the patterns with right sides facing each other. So when you stitch here, you're going to achieve a proper neat finish. So for the skirt part, do hem the bottom of the skirt first before you start making your pleats. So get your waist circumference. Mine will be 24 inches by 3 since my knife pleats will be 1 inch wide, and that's how much I'm going to use for the fabric. You can then sew the pleats and iron them down like this. So for the width of the band, I use 3 inches, which when folded, I'll remain with 1.5, and the 0.5 will be used for the sewing of the band to the waist. Then the length is 24 inches plus 4 inches allowance, because one part will need to overlap the other. So 0.5 will be used for joining the sides of the waistband, and the remaining 3 inches will work as the overlap and the button stand. So for the side of the joining of the skirt, you can just fold it in. You can put a zipper, but mine won't have a zipper. It will be just folded in. The skirt will the shirt inside will cover that area. So pin down your belt from the wrong side of your skirt. Okay. Then when joining the sides of the belt, turn your belt with right sides facing each other like this, and make your stitch of 0.5 inches like this. Then you turn that to the right side. Then you do the same even this side. That's how you're going to finish it up. This is the part that will be overlapping, and it will also act as the button stand. Then turn this to the right side after sewing, and it will look like this, and fold in the 0.5 inch for a neater finish of your skirt. So here is what we got. So guys, in the description box you can check out the video of how to make these night pleats. So this part which is longer will have the button, and the part that is shorter, that's where the buttonhole will be. Okay, so now for the upper bodice, you're just going to fold in the 0.5 sewing allowance like this, and just stitch down this side and do the same at the other side. So I had told you I had added 1 inch to the half length of the upper bodice. So I'm just going to measure where my 9 inch is like that. So that 1 inch is going to be pushed into the skirt at the band, and that's how it will be attached. Okay, so the band will overlap the 1 inch, we had put to the half length. Then also make sure that the sides of the skirt are equal. Let the bodice be at the center. Then another thing you should take note is that the part with the overlapping band should be at the back of the bodice. Okay, then pin everything down and sew by 0.5 inch. So at this point your front neckline will be deeper. It's just that my dress was pulled upwards.